this is Alicia from Adventures of Stitching, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. This is take 22,000, and I'm telling you what, everything that could possibly have postponed me actually pushing play has happened today. So we're already off to a rocky start. You're probably gonna get the raw, real material, but hey, I'm here. I made it. Including my own procrastination. That definitely was a factor in how long it's taken me to get here. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon though, so I definitely have ample time to get this filmed. Yeah, so I have a lot to show you. I have like 12 projects. I have a finish, a new start. Well, technically I have kind of a semi-finish, but you'll see that later. I don't have it with me though, so I'm gonna have to show you a picture. I have a gifting that I already gave away. Some of you may already know what that is. So I don't know. You guys need to tell me, okay, in the comments, let me know if you like life updates at all. If you do like them, do you want them at the beginning or at the end? Because I think I tend to just spill it all in the beginning, but then those of you who do not care, you have to wade through that. So just let me know, because if the majority of you is okay with whatever, then you're gonna get whatever. Because I tend to not even have a game plan when I start these. And look at that, we're already 2 minutes in and I have shown you absolutely nothing and talked about absolutely nothing. Yay! I'm in a weird mood today, so I don't know what we're gonna get here. I think I'm just gonna have to jump right in. If I have life updates to share, I will do that at the end. I have very active animals right now. The cat is attacking anything that doesn't move. The dog is barking at the cat. So I will either probably edit that stuff out or we're gonna roll with it, and I apologize in advance. But we're just a jungle here today. So let's start sharing progress. This is a January update, so even though we're a week into February, since I'm kind of late in getting back to you, I have one project that is overlapping, so you're gonna get a little bit more progress than is accurate for January because some of it is February, but I will share that when I get to it. The first project I want to show is the Grand Library Supersize Max Color by Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is on 32 count, and I'm trying to think when I first started it. It was June of 22, I believe, but then I restarted it late summer last year. I don't have those dates written down, and I'm going to try to do verbal cues this time too. I'm going to be like a real Flosstuber. This is where you last saw it, and here it is now. I've done a lot. So in January, look at this. I'm so proud. I have all of my numbers. You guys are gonna love me. Just kidding. Scratch that. So I've done 5,974 stitches since you last saw it. I think I was kind of up in here, just based off of my own memory. So I have 13,728 stitches in out of 715,284 stitches. I'm 1.92% complete on this. So not quite 2%. I think my goal really was to hit 2% before. I just had no clue how many stitches that really was. So I am stitching this for the Anything Amy Sal, and then some of you a lot of you probably know that Stephanie from the On Point Stitcher has my original piece, and she is just going to town with it. So if you want to see that, hop on over to her channel. Our hashtag is Tour de Twin Library Sal, or Alicia started it. So there you go. the next project I want to share, sorry, all of these are like in front of me, is my mini blue-eyed tiger. And this is the one I was saying has numbers, progress, that's in February, because I've turned this into like a daily stitch. I'm not too strict with it, but I do have a loose deadline of finishing it maybe by like April, May, sometime like that. I could technically finish it at the end of March, but that's probably not a realistic goal. So I just hit 60% yesterday. So those of you on Instagram already saw this, but for you Flosstubers, Flosstubers, yeah, I guess you're Flosstubers. Flosstube watchers, Flosstube makers, all of you. This is 60%. So basically, this is a row of pages, and then this is a row of pages, and then there's partial rows. So what I'm doing is just completing the whole way down to the bottom, each column. So that's why it looks like L-shaped. But this is on 18 count, 2/1. And I'm doing this with Irene over on Instagram, Stitches in the Tropics. And I'm not sure where she is on it, but I think she's pretty close to me. This is from Artisy by Colin Bogle. I'm trying to remember all my stats. That's about it, I think. So basically in January, see, I already forgot to say this is what it looked like last time. Oh well. Hopefully I get back in the groove. So in January I did 1,773 stitches, and in February I've already done 1,316 stitches, which is a grand total of 18,843 out of 31,400 for 60%. So this is where I had to clarify my numbers, because Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, she had a friend who made like a simple spreadsheet, and she graciously and generously shared that with me and other couple girls, and it has been a game changer. It has helped me track my stitches so much easier. It's just changed everything. So hopefully the Flosstubes will get better, because I'll have that information for me just loaded up and ready to go. So thank you, Rainy. You already know it's life-changing. It's awesome, but I really appreciate it. Okay, so there's that one. And then the third one is God Shed His Grace. This is where it was the last time you saw it. This one I am converting. It was kind of already leaning towards a diagonal, and I used to say I couldn't wrap my brain around it. My brain was tilting to try to get the straight line, and then I think I finally had a breakthrough for figuring out how to stitch on the diagonal. So thank you to everybody who helped me figure that out. And here it is. So I finished this area, and then I came back up here. I'm not exactly sure how much I did in the last month or two since you've seen it, but the picture will show you. So this is from Artisy. This is by Abraham Hunter, and I started this with a bunch of ladies on January 1st, 2023, and I love it. So this one got 1,146 stitches in January. So that is 14,162 so far out of 135,000. It is 10.49% complete. So marching along. And if I keep that up, that pace, this will be done in 10 years since it was started. Because I got 10% in a year. I'm not sure if that is going to stay that way, because I keep starting things, and when you keep starting things, your current things slow down. So It's just part of the game. It's just as fun though. The next one is Mini Red Panda by Sheena. Sheena Pike. Okay, different accent came out there. It's this way. So this is where you last saw it. I've only put 300 stitches in it probably since you've seen it, so it's not going to be groundbreaking at all, but it is what it is. I wonder if the light is, that's not even doing much good, but oh well. So basically I had a goal of doing 300 stitches a month on this, just like as a bare minimum, and I got that done. Technically I'm 1 stitch short, but that's technicality, I don't care. So I just kind of filled in here. I don't know if you can tell, but like this is all black, but in here is like 154, so it's like a really deep purple. You can kind of see that. But this one's super fun. It's like, it feels playful, like a coloring page or something. So this one I did 299 stitches. It's at 5,683 out of 84,500. It is 6.73% completes, and it's on 25 count, I believe. I started that with Angie. And okay, the next one has a story. You guys already know part of the story, but this is Farm Stand that I started with Leanne from Small Town Stitches. And we started this in the fall of 2023. And then I restarted it because I didn't like the fabric. Love the fabric now. But then we learned that the mini came out. So I got all of this done. It's looking great. It looks really good. I love it. I mainly got a lot of this done because of the 24 hours cross stitch weekend. That was 2 weekends ago. But then we found out there's a mini, and we realized, you know what, this is a huge project. It was 403,000 stitches. My second largest piece out of everything that I have. So me and Leanne both decided that, you know, this is the kind of project that it'd be okay to lose a little bit of detail to have it be smaller and actually like probably, hopefully completed in our lifetime. So the mini will be started eventually, but this will be put on hold. I'm going to use the same fabric, but I'll just cut this part out, and I'll probably have enough room for possibly another 2 starts because the fabric is huge, because the piece was going to be huge. I think it was a good call that we made. I'm happy. I think the mini is only like 89,000 stitches, something like that, 85,000. So I'm not really going to share stats on that, except that I put in 1,200 stitches, but it's like, it's a moo point because it's going to be wiped clean and restarted and all of that. But I thought I'd share just to give you guys, keep you in the loop. So then the next one is also kind of a story. Not really, just kind of a cool thing that makes my life easier. This is Hummingbird from Light Unicorn Designs, and me and Angie started this just out of the blue one day. We were like, you know what? Hummingbird. I think that's why we started it. This might have been a reward for getting 50% on our other project though. Let me know, Angie. I probably have that all mixed up because my memory is awful. So this is Hummingbird, and I don't really know where it was the last time you saw it, but hopefully I'll find a picture and put it in here. You can't see very well, so I'm hoping, yeah, there we go. So this one got 585 stitches. I'm pretty sure I only had like this up here done, and I did all of this. So you can kind of see that. This is on 28 count. It's Picture This Plus, and it is called Glacier. It's a Lugana. So we started that last year as well. Love it. It's so pretty. Oh, so the story with that is the pattern says it's 40,000 stitches, but Angie figured out that all of the background, Pattern Keeper thought it meant those were all white stitches. So that's thousands and thousands of white stitches that we went in and acted like we completed them. So that changed the size of the project, and I just did the math today. That cut it down. First of all, it was like 13,000 stitches, so that cut it down to 26,577 stitches, and I've done 886 since I started it. So it's now on the new size that it is, since I'm not doing the background, it's 3.33%. And this is one of the projects that I want to get to 5% by the end of the year, and it's several of us are doing it. Me and Rainey and Angie and Leanne kind of came up with this to try to get some of our projects on an even playing field. So the hashtag is 5%, write out the word percent by 25. And that's just something fun to kind of keep us motivated to get some of the ones that aren't focus pieces to make progress, and just see if we can do it. So this is one of those for me. It won't be too far off. I only have like less than 2% to go, and so I'm guessing that's probably 1,000, 1,500 stitches, something like that. So I'll definitely get there. That might even make it farther, but who knows, we'll see. Simple Pleasures is next. This one also only got a little bit worked on. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it. Which way does it go? This one I started out doing extreme cross country by color, so I had like one color I was working with, but I got bored because it's a lot of dark brown, and that's probably my least enjoyable color to use. I can do black, I can do purple, I can do navy blue, but brown, I'm like, bleh. I don't know why. So I changed, and the very thing that I find hilarious is I thought I would get more variety by changing, but guess what? This piece is brown. So I got to use a lot of other browns. So exciting. But it does look better. I do enjoy seeing the picture come out. So I worked in here somewhere. Those 500 stitches got added, and it's possible I went back to extreme cross country because it looks like I've got a hanging thread here. What a mess. Okay. So this is on 25 count. I started this in 2022 with Claire Woodland, and now I think several of us are doing it. And it's the Simple Pleasures Sal. So if you want to find more of the same, you can find that, or you can start it and join in. Stats on that: 7,490 out of 124,000. It is 6.04% complete. I did 519 stitches. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Hubby needed something. Told you, it's the day for it. Seamless floss tubes are not happening today. Okay, the next one I believe that I was going to do is Cozy Winter Evening. And it's by Oleana Babenko. It is a Heaven Earth Designs. And I also didn't get too much done on this, but this is Extreme Cross Country. And I did stick with it on this one. So all of the 939 is in. And I think I'm working on this color. It's 814. I think what I did was right here. This is where you last saw it. And this is where I am now. So there we go. This is a 27 count. I believe this is a Linda. I do enjoy 27 count. And in case you're wondering, I know it's been a while since I've acknowledged this, these blue marks are just when I had a water-soluble pen that I was doing grid lines on, and then I really didn't like how it looked because it was too wide of a mark. So I tried to wash it out and it didn't all the way come out. So now it just looks marbled. It's okay. It's pretty accident. Now I use friction pens. I love them. So that's that one. I will give you the numbers once I find it. Okay, that got 302 stitches. 13,964 out of 79,300. It is 17.61% complete. That one's fun. I do enjoy. That might be one of the most enjoyable ones that I have going right now. Okay, back. Church for All Seasons by Nikki B, because none of us can say her last name correctly, or that we even are sure is correct. This is where you last saw it, and this is where it is now. I made it all the way across the bottom, and I worked all the way over winter, and I went up a little bit. So right there you can tell I went up. So I think the next times that I work on this while it's still winter, I'm gonna just work on trying to thicken up that bottom row, because over here in spring it's pretty well done. What am I trying to say? There's a lot more stitches over here than over here, so I'm gonna try to get that evened out better. This looks like it's on 28 count, and like I said, it's Charting Creations. So I did, where is it? I did 373 stitches, so I am 6,557 stitches into it. It is 247,500 stitches in total, and I am 2.65% complete. If you want to see this in more of a picture form and how it's filled out and how it looks stitched up, Mama Lou Stitches on Instagram has a good section of spring, and she even has some of the church steeple and the tree and everything all done, and it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. Like, I can't wait until I get into churches, but it might be 5 more years because of the way I'm doing it. But that's okay. It's all fun. Let's see. Gilmore Girls is next. This is where you saw it last time. And this is called Autumn in Stars Hollow. It's by the Black Needle Society. So far this is the only pattern that is released where you can buy it from the vault, like in just a one pattern and not get a subscription box. But in 2025 they will release the other 3 seasons. So they'll do winter, spring, and summer, and I think they'll all just be released at once. So hopefully by next year I'll have this done and ready to start on the others. I did in here, I don't know if the skirt was all in since last time I went up here. So I did 600 stitches. I don't count percentages. I don't know how far I am, but you can kind of see I'm probably about 75% because of the way the quadrants work. So possibly 80, but I'm going to say 75. This one's super fun. I think it's 14 count. It's definitely 14 count because of the way it's not too tight in the coverage. But I also noticed something, and let me know if you think it's worth fixing. But I put the entire wrong color in the roof of the gazebo. There's like a shading thing, it might be up in here, and it's supposed to be this light tan color. But let me know if you think it looks better that way. It would probably be pretty simple to rip out and fix, but I'm not sure if it bothers me yet. But I did notice that that's my own mistake, user error. So, this one's a paper pattern, so it's really nice to pull out when I'm not around Pattern Keeper or don't feel like working with the tech and all of that, but it's enjoyable. So then the next one is my finish. I started this technically in 2022 because I had to get the trunk in, but this is the Temperature Tree by Stitch and Mommy. She's got Flosstube and an Etsy store, and here it is. Well, here it is the last time you saw it, and here it is now. I was so ready to finish this, you have no idea. But I just like slammed it out as fast as I could. I wrote in 2023 and Ohio because, as you know, part of my life is in Florida, and I did not want to jump back and forth. That would make a funny looking tree, or it would look all the same because we tend to miss some of the colder days, and then like if we come down here, it would have just been confusing. So I stuck with all Ohio temperatures even if I wasn't there at the time. But it's finished! Yay! I don't know if you can see it. Yep, I backstitched that. It's not super neat, but I'm okay with it. So it's very pretty. I think if I did another one, it would definitely be like a key year. And also I finished it like February. I finished it February. Oh my goodness. I finished it like February. No, this is February. My brain. Finished it the 3rd week of January. I finished it over the course of 24 hours of cross stitch. Do you hear her? She's going crazy. Anyways, that was 547 stitches that it took to get me to do all the rest of the branches. And then I had a new start, which was supposed to be a new year new start, which technically I'm still considering that it is. And I did this with Sarah from Peace, Love, and Stitches, both on Flosstube and on Instagram. And we have both been loving this pattern for a long time, and then finally said, you know what, let's just bite the bullet and do it. Let's get it started. So this is Pride and Prejudice. I'll show the pattern here. And I think I did 330 stitches, which got me to 0.84%. It is 39,430 stitches in total. And I'm using a floss, what's it called? Oh, it doesn't have a name, but it's by, hand dyed by Rolanda, I believe. And then the fabric, I don't know what that's called either. If you want to know what all of this is, just message me. I will tell you. I will find the information. This is really hard to see in this lighting, but it's like a really pretty blend of purples. Let's see. A little bit there, maybe. It just looks black to you. Anyways, it's very pretty. It looks better in person. Why don't you just come on over and see it? So that, I guess, replaced Temperature Tree. I wonder if the floss will show up better. Let's see. Find a paper. Here, old calendar paper. Yeah, it kind of shows up better that way in a big chunk. Yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like. I know some of you probably do not care. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's just so deep. It's very soft. I love it. So that's fun. Originally, I was thinking of doing a completely different look. I mean, I was gonna go pastel pink, and then I went to a peach, and then I was like, that just doesn't feel right. So I went, and Leanne helped me find the right floss. So thank you, Leanne. So that's everything. My total stitches for January is 13,658, which is excellent, including this week's tiger stitches. That makes it about 15,000, but it doesn't really matter because that's February. So next month you'll get those numbers included. That's all my whips. I finished my sock. So I was knitting socks, my very first pair. Here's the picture of the finished one. I'm doing them for my husband, Ken. I probably should have done my own first because I have smaller feet, so it would have been done sooner. I wasn't thinking about that. But anyways, it turned out great. I am very happy. I'm very proud. And I started on the second one, but it's in the car right now, so I didn't want to bring that bag in here. I'm trying to think what else. Okay, I'm going to do a birthday start. I know for sure Angie has one that will fit it already, so she's going to start with me. I'm starting Wonder Woman, Daniel Kordick by, what's that place called? Tilton Crafts. And I've had this pattern in my stash for 3 years. I think it was one of the first ones I've ever bought. So I was like, it is definitely time to start her. And I've just been super in the mood, so I'm really excited. I have everything ready to go. My birthday is February 14th, and I thought, why not open it up to you guys? I'm going to do the hashtag Superhero Sal 2024. 2024 will be numbers. I'll write it in here. Angie, I think, has a Groot pattern also from Tilton Crafts, so it's going to be super fun. So if you guys have a superhero or legendary person, I'm trying to even think, like, technically you could use Star Wars because they're not, they have superpowers. So, and if you have a whip you're already doing, just put the tag in there and hop on the Sal, and it'll be a lot of fun. I know Instagram's messed with the way hashtags work, but I thought I still would like to incorporate one, even if it's just for the beginning, you know, like big party. So that's my birthday start for this year. Let's see what else. Oh, and this one I haven't purchased yet, but I will. It's called A Beautiful Place. It's by Stitches So Beautiful, S-E-W, beautiful, on Etsy. And I think Leanne already shared it in her channel. Angie probably will soon. I know Vonnie from My Daily, no, it's not My Daily Hades. Is it? What is her channel called? My Stitch Diary? No, that's her Instagram. I will tag her below. I am so sorry, Vonnie. I know your channel. You're one of my favorites. I watch you all the time. I just am blanking on your channel name. And I know you guys are screaming at me right now. You know it too. There's my kitty. Okay, so I'm starting that. I think tentatively we're going to go with June. It's like June 20th, 21st, something like that. It's the longest day of the year on this side of the earth. I think it's the 20th. But we will probably have enough time to clarify that. But if you guys want to jump in on that, go for it. It's going to be fun. It's a beautiful piece. It's going to look really good with my church's pattern, you know, like when I finish that next year. Kidding. Okay, so on to my brother's stuff. So, you guys have probably heard the story of me being so shocked and surprised that my brother started cross-stitching. And that was all fine and good, except he wanted to cross-stitch the piece that I was already working on secretly for him to gift him probably by his 40th birthday, which is 2 years from now. I was not far enough along to even have that probably be a foreseeable end date, but that's besides the point. I decided for his birthday this last year in December to gift this to him, and like I promised, I did film it, and I got raw, real, genuine footage for you. So I will go ahead and share that clip here right now.
You've already started in on it.
You want to know when I started it on it?
Like, well, yeah, like
last
when?
Year?
2021.
Wow.
So imagine the panic when you're like, I bought that. I can't wait to start it.
Nice.
So I have 3 options for you.
Yeah.
You can let me take it back and I'll finish it. You can do some and hand it back to me and we can do it together. Or you can take it over. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of different colors in little areas, so it's a lot of detailing.
That was the fun of it.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's quite a good jump start, or else you
That's
can
the
have her
whole
finish.
The width of
page
it,
roll.
yeah.
That's 11
Did
pages.
she tell you too that you can trade it back and forth too?
Yeah. That would be fun to do.
So,
We trade it back and forth. We could each do a row.
Yeah.
I think that'll
But I
pass.
did this in the last 2 weeks because I was like, this needs to look better for a gift.
We could- that is too cool.
It's amazing.
okay. So, I hope you guys had fun and felt like you were there with us. I know we had a lot of conversation over that piece, and one part I had to edit out because it just felt too long, but I wanted to share it anyways. He was laughing because Mom was trying to figure out what places were where because she was just reading the books, and he said basically they never go here. He's like, they're never up here. And I started laughing because I thought, yeah, they're like in the middle of Middle Earth in Lord of the Rings. They never go like around the fringes of the map. So Mom was like, so what I'm seeing doesn't even have like any bearing on what my knowledge is of this world. And we're like, yeah, basically not. It's like the North Pole and the South Pole. Like nobody goes there. So it was pretty funny in the live like being there, but watching it played out a lot slower, and I was like, I'll just fill them in later because I thought it was funny enough to share. So also he is also stitching on this piece, and here's where he was the last time I think I shared it with you, and here's where it is now. He is blitzing through, and not only that, but I turned him into a multi-whip guy, so he also got this much done on the map. This is all just pictures that he sent me like 2 weeks ago, so it's pretty current, but he's probably close to another page finish. Knowing him, he's like focused and just goes at it, and he doesn't use Pattern Keeper, and so props to him for doing that from a paper, because I don't know if I could go that fast from a paper. It's definitely possible, and it's probably one of the easiest patterns to work from because it's only like 20 colors, so it's great for him to dive in. He loved that it's a smaller count, so he was like, I love that the detail's coming out better, but he also enjoys the higher count, so he's a happy guy right now. So that's that update, and I'm happy to share that with you. I know I was really excited to give it to him. Also, now the weight is off me. I don't have to stitch on that until he gets his row done, and it'll be like amazing progress when I get it back. And then also, I can focus on other whips, and I don't have to feel like keeping it a secret anymore because he has it. So that all of that worked out great. And let's see, what else? Oh, I had to get a new tablet. My old one fritzed out, and let me tell you what, it is old. It is heavy, it is clunky. We bought it originally for Ken to use for notes for something, and it's like 8 years old, so I knew it was coming, but when it crashed, I panicked. And I think the last time I backed up Pattern Keeper was like 3 months ago, so I would have had some work to do to get all of that updated, but thankfully I got it back up and running just enough to be able to save my progress on all of my patterns. Then I had to go through the research of figuring out the tablet to get next, and my friends helped me figure out that I could get a Kindle and go through the process of getting Pattern Keeper on Kindle. That's what I did. I think I got a Kindle 10 something or other. beautiful. It works great. It's quick. It's bright. It thinks really fast. I love that. And hopefully it'll last another 8 years because I do not want to do this again. I hate buying new tech. I hate setting it up. It took me a whole day just to get everything back where I needed it to be, but here it is. And then I got this really cool case that is not super pretty, but I do love it. And one thing I didn't realize that this had going for it, which will probably be why I will never get a different one, is well, first of all, the stand, the way it stands is like this, and you can angle it any different way. But I just learned that it spins, so you can stand it up like this. Like, how cool is that? If you guys want one of these, I'll hopefully remember to leave a link, because this is amazing. Like, if you do Royal Rose, you want the vertical configuration of your tablet because of the way the towers work. You want a 10 by 20. So when you go this way, it's fine, it works, but you're seeing a lot more here than you need to, and sometimes it helps to see more length for where you're parking below. And if you don't know Royal Rose, this means nothing to you. But you can look it up. It'll be pretty easy to find. But anyways, that part was really cool to find. And I've already used this as a Kindle. Last night I opened up a book and I was like, whoa, that's like book-sized pages. So I have a Kindle Paperwhite, but this was fun. Last night I was reading and I was like, I don't hardly ever have to turn the page. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that's all, because I've probably talked your ear off and you've already left. No? Okay, well, you should have. I love you guys, and stitch like the wind.
So like the wind.